Eye examination is one of the requirements by the DVLA before issuance of driver's license. Previously, this test was conducted by officials of the authority, but a proper review of the current test regime reveals some loopholes, hence the need for the involvement of experts. DVLA says several facilities are under consideration across the country for the partnership. The Director of Driver Training, Testing and Licensing at the DVLA, Kafui Semevo, highlighted some of the challenges with the current eye test regime.
They are not trained or they are not licensed by a profession to do that, so you see variation in the test that is conducted. Then we also observed after the review that the test that is conducted and even not conducted to standard is restricted to only examination of the narrow vision in the eye of the driver. That test fails to recognize how wide the driver can see and also fails to examine the combined vision in both eyes. So simply what it means is that the test before the reform only examine the individual eye. So if my left eye combined with the right will not be able to see objects ahead of me well, that was not examined. Again, because the competencies were not there.
Kafui Semevo said the new mode of testing will improve results and reduce accidents.
Phase 2 will be for applicants for renewal of driver's licenses, upgrade of driver's licenses, conversion of foreign driver's licenses. So these are applicants who bring licenses from other jurisdictions because the law does not permit them to drive with those licenses. They will have to satisfy certain minimum conditions, including the eye test, for their licenses to be converted. We also conduct proficiency tests for already licensed drivers, and in that process, they will also be required to take the undergo eye test. Then they may go through the court after prosecution process. The court may order that we retest the competence of those drivers, and in the process, those drivers will be required to also undergo eye test. Then drivers who request for accident report. Now, it is in the process of preparing accident report, we look at documentation including their roadworthy and licensing. We want to go beyond that and also look at the eye status of these drivers. So drivers involved in accidents will be required to.
An optometrist at the Ghana Police Hospital, Dr. Remy Nenkwe, explained their role in the partnership.
The visual requirements to have the driver or whoever is operating the mechanical equipment interact well with his environment. So when he sees well, the tendency of reducing to the barest minimum incidences of accidents based on poor vision is also going to reduce. That is why we say binocular vision, both eyes working together, is very important. Most of our indications on the roads are also color-coded. Our signages and things on the roads are color-coded. Many people have color problems. They do not distinguish between certain colors. It impedes their driving sometimes. Don't be surprised if somebody runs the red light of a traffic light. Probably he did not see the red was on. These are things that we can check. Your brain and your eye must work together. Sometimes it doesn't happen like that for everybody. So neurological assessment of your eye is also important so that we are sure that the drivers out there can see and relate what they have seen well with what their minds tell them.